Hey, what's going on, guys? It's xJawz, and today I'm bringing you guys an orgy of air support. Now, this game today, I'll get into the orgy of air support later, but right now I want to let you guys know that I found my new favorite game type. And I know I brought you guys a video recently where I was like, oh, my new favorite gun is the RPD, and now I'm bringing you guys my new favorite game type. Well, I'm not just kidding. My new favorite gun really was, I guess, the RPD. It's like the newest gun that I actually like, that I hadn't really overused before. And demolition, I played about like 6 hours of it yesterday. Like, this was so much fun. Like, I stayed up, I think, until like 4 a.m. playing this with some guys. But anyway, there's a specific way that I like to play it, and this is the way that I would recommend everybody plays it. But there's one thing that makes demolition really fun for me, and that's the spawning system that is just, like, I think, broken. Now, the spawning system in demolition is specifically designed so that people will spawn on their side of the map almost no matter what. It's very, very hard to get somebody to not spawn really, really close to you. In fact, I think no matter what, they're going to spawn really, really close to you, even if it's like dead center in front of you. You can't like switch the spawns or anything, and I love that, but I think that's broken. But in my honest opinion, I love that simply because I'm a good enough player to abuse that to the extent where I get an orgy of air support. So anyway, the class I would recommend for playing this is your favorite submachine gun. I would recommend the P90 or the UMP, and then sleight of hand, stopping power, and Ninja Pro. Now, I'm using sleight of hand instead of marathon that you normally see me use on an SMG, simply because getting in their spawn might be a little bit of a challenge, but once you're in their spawn, they're going to keep spawning there over and over, and sleight of hand has saved my life probably like 20 or 30 times in a matter of like 10, 15 games. Like, it will save your life over and over and over. I mean, you can zoom down the sight faster, like the aim down sight time is decreased, but more importantly, you can reload really, really fast, because even if you have an RPD, it doesn't really matter. You're going to need to reload at some point because they just keep spawning there, and I wouldn't recommend using an RPD, for the record. So anyway, other than that, the stocking power, obvious, ninja, obvious. You're just going to keep getting into their spawn and building up air support. Now, I'm using the 579 Killstreak setup, and that's probably what I would recommend for most of you guys. But if you think that's a little too high for you, then I recommend something like a 357. But don't use a Harrier as your 7th kill streak. Try using an attack helicopter. Now, I know that sounds crazy. The Harrier is almost always 10 times better. But in demolition, you might run into some people who are shooting down air support a lot. But then you might run into a lot of people like this who are too focused on the objectives to shoot down the air support, especially when the objective has a timer going on it, and it's like pretty immediate danger that you're going to lose if you don't go for the target. But also just because the attack helicopter lasts really long, and if you can rape them in their spawn, before they even have time to shoot it down, usually your attack helicopter is going to do a lot more work than a Harrier would, simply because it lasts so long, and you guys should know that by now. So anyway, the first round ended, and I've built up my 579 kill streaks, and I decided not to call them in. Now, the only thing I would have preferred is to build up another Predator missile, because right at the beginning of a demolition round, you can actually call in your Predator missile immediately, instead of like where in Search and Destroy or any other respawn game type, you have to wait, or, well, no, I think Search and Destroy is the only one where it would really matter. But in like Search and Destroy, when a new round starts, you actually have to wait, I think it is 10 seconds before you can actually call in what is it, a Predator missile, a Harrier, chopper gunner, AC-130, and I think that's about it. But in demolition, you can call it all in immediately, and if you call in a Predator missile immediately and boost it immediately, you can get some quad Predator missiles and shit like that, so it's pretty cool. So anyway, I decided to take cover up in this second story building that's looking over, I believe, A. That's kind of like guarding A. So I can take them out in their spawn as they're coming into this building. Because as you can see on all this air support that's raining down on these guys, not only from me, but from, I think, one of my teammates was actually doing pretty good, even though I wasn't playing in a party. But see that right there? They're going to just keep coming into this building or coming into the control room, which is the building directly opposite of the building that I'm on right now, like towards my left right now. So I'm just building up the air support over and over. I have a good view of A, so this is pretty much the ideal spot. and I'm loving it. Like, I can just keep taking down these guys, and there's not really much else to talk about, I guess, as far as gameplay goes. Just play demolition, rape them in their spawn, and have fun. So I guess there's one other thing I want to talk about really quickly, and that's that a lot of people didn't understand when I said that I wanted to get a PS3, that I personally, I'm not rich or anything. I don't have any money from Machinima yet. That doesn't come for a couple months, actually. And even when I do get that money from Machinima, it's not like billions of dollars, and I don't think I'm going to waste any on a PS3 because, in my personal opinion, buying 2 consoles is almost pointless. So when I said that you can download my toolbar if you'd like me to get a PS3, that's just your guys' option. It doesn't cost you any money, and if you would like me to get a PS3, then you can download it. But that's the only thing I said, I think, in that video. I forgot to mention that I host weekly or sometimes bi-weekly. Wait, no, not bi-weekly. Well, I don't know what the exact term is, but sometimes I hold 1 or 2 open lobbies a week, and I can actually notify you about the open lobbies through the toolbar, and I don't notify you on my channel. So usually they take place on random days in the week, and I'll just send you guys a message a day before through the toolbar. It's really simple, and all you got to do is go to the description right now, download my toolbar, and I'll host open lobbies, and you can play with me if you want, and we can just have fun for maybe an hour or 2. So I think the game's winding down here, guys. Give me a like, favorite the video, and download my toolbar, link right below the video right now. So I'll see you guys later. Hope you enjoyed it, and that was an orgy of air sport. Bye.